Welcome back to The Watch, and look, we're casual.
Hey.
We figured it's maybe time to pivot to just something a bit easier, a bit casual. Yeah. We're covering broad range of topics. It's growing, and so tell us what you think. I think everyone would just say there's two different. Go back to the medieval outfits.
I do want to thank you for being discreet and not mentioning that we're changing because of the stains on my costume. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sorry, what? No, I'm stopping. I'm gonna stop.
It was chowder, I swear.
Chowder, yeah.
Eating chowder. Salty stuff.
Sorry, Oz. The Bobs are back.
The bombs are back?
The Bobs.
The Bobs?
Bobs.
Oh, my friend Bobs and Vagine. Yes.
The Bobs are back with Stellar Blade. Okay, so Stellar Blade released its demo, and people got to test drive the game's assets.
I'd love to. Stellar Blade, huh?
Stellar Blade. What were you going to say there, Alice?
Well, Stellar is in star, yeah?
So this is an idle animation.
She's lighting my blade up right now.
Physics.
Isn't it just fantastic, right? Just like you know, everything aside, right? Boobs. I don't care about technology, just boobs. Love them.
Well, what this is, and look at the commentary. What the F does this, does it look like she's made of jello? This crap sucks. Jiggle physics are fine, but at least make them look realistic.
Wait a sec.
That's been the criticism about attractive women in gaming, is that we need to make them look more realistic. And their version of look more realistic is this. This is their version of look more realistic. Western gaming media. And when I see that, I think, that's not what most women look like. Like, I have eyes, I go out in the world. You have a face of disgust, Oz.
Yeah, I have a soul full of disgust at this point.
Yeah, it's a pretty natural expression that's coming to your face that you seemingly have little ability to stop.
I can't stop. I can't stop. Like, why?
Why? But we know why. We have a video talking about why. Check it out. It's on Night's Watch. Why are they making all female characters in gaming ugly? Because this is not realistic feminine appearance. Not common, all right? Sure, like, there are some unfortunate people.
There's diverse things,
you know, look at me. I look like I fell out of the ugly stick tree and hit every branch on the way down.
You have puppy dog eyes. You're a pretty handsome man. Me, I fell out of the ugly tree and only managed to hit my mouth. I'm gonna fix soon, people.
But the thing is, in escapist, media where you want it, an idyllic representation, stuff like that. And by the way, both men and women like looking at pretty people. It makes it more enjoyable, easy to watch, and like when I watch James Bond, I don't want some weird mangled faced inbred kind of guy. James Bond's supposed to be suave, good looking, fit, right? And he's supposed to get beautiful women, right? But that's all problematic now, okay? And it reeks of insecurities. That there are... What kind of baffles me about... You see some the people pushing this narrative. They're not the most flattering...
Yes.
Thing is, though, have you seen those pictures where it shows people before and after wokeness?
Yes.
It ruins them, but it also makes them look just more mentally, but also like they become less attractive. Like they abandon just normal beauty standards.
Makes them look like a couple of characters here.
Yeah, and this is the thing, because there might be people who have similar facial appearances, but they can still, present themselves nicer.
Yeah.
It's like this, they've abandoned any type of pretense for, makeup or doing a hair or anything like that. And So that's what modern media is trying to push, right? And then you get Stellar Blade. And it's like, she stands out a little bit. I think this is someone's thumbnail, and I follow him on Twitter. Sorry, well, actually, it's probably right here. This is from, how would you pronounce that? Kyle?
I'd say Ciel. Ciel.
Yeah.
Ooh, annoying and weird, but yes, thank you for a good thumbnail.
Great thumbnail, and it shows a bit of a contrast.
Yeah.
Some of these female faces, like, you could probably make them look much better, but then you have more feminine faces that are a bit more delicate, you know, more narrow jaw, nose.
Remember the Fire Lord from Ghostbusters? She looks like that. She looks like Adam Warlock from the Guardians of the Galaxy. She looks like Smeagol, Gollum, whichever you prefer.
People can't see what who you're pointing to.
Oh, okay. I'm sure
you're just pointing like.
I actually reckon they'll be able to tell.
Probably. Yeah. So, with the release of Stellar Blade, people, certain game journos and the like, have been losing their minds. So, there's been clips of the gameplay of Stellar Blade, and it's also pretty fun seeing the cope where people who want to hate the game because it's so misogynist or sexist, misogynist, when, like, I find it odd that they would call this misogynistic.
Liking women's misogynistic.
That's Bible. It's like, that's really weird. Hang on. Making a pretty woman that seems to celebrate the idyllic feminine beauty, which, by the way, there are women in the world. Like this, the character was modeled after a Korean model, right? And
I would have thought Abigail Shapiro.
Who's that?
Ben Shapiro's sister. She's a beauty.
She's
gorgeous. Anyway, sorry. The internet knows.
The internet knows, all right? And so this is a celebration of the idyllic standard, just like, you know, a Superman and it is ripped, and that's a celebration of an idyllic standard that when I see Superman, it's like, that just wants to make me better myself, right? Yeah. And encourages, it's so weird. It's so weird. I don't get it. Because the people who are decrying this as, like, misogynistic and vile and everything like that, one, the gameplay's come out, and it looks like the gameplay's pretty darn good. And there's been, like, people playing and it's like, okay, I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. And they're reluctant to acknowledge that the game looks really, you know, just fire, right? And then I get confused because you see the people like complaining about this type of stuff, right? Yet these are the same type of people that will celebrate OnlyFans and women expressing their sexuality and stuff.
Can we see some gameplay? Sorry, just, yeah.
I
want to see the gameplay now if people are saying it's good.
So here is an example of the gameplay. And Mauler,
hey,
shout out Mauler, love you, mate. Good friend of the channel. Turns out you can have booba and be
good.
And let's check this out for a bit. Looks like strong, dynamic, responsive action gameplay. Okay. Animations look fun.
Reminds me of Bayonetta.
Looks like they're... Yeah, well... people have been comparing this to even someone compared it to a bit of Dark Souls, right? It looks like it's very responsive. Like, look at the blocks that happened then, right? When it was hit, block, and she actually blocked on each side. And every hit seems to land with weight. It's dynamic, right? And like, look at this animation there. That looks friggin' sick, right? And then you have a dang good-looking woman kicking ass.
Yeah.
Right? Wouldn't feminists celebrate this?
No.
Like, but they're actually complaining that men like this.
Well, I think I've figured it out.
What?
Right? If men like it or enjoy it, it's bad.
that might be a good metric. And when we say men...
Think about it. We have
most men.
Well, just know, like, if men are having fun, no. Can't be a thing.
Why is there a trend of a lot of activists wanting to get into predominantly men? Oh, check this one. This is where we get into some animation stuff. Like, that looks friggin' sick.
That is very well done.
Like, check that out. And then the panning slow-mo shot of when it jumps off. This looks wicked.
Honestly, the gameplay, the art style, everything, the character, I would give it...
Stretch him out. Like, 10. 10 out of 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 10. we're not doing this. Oh, we're doing this.
Oh,
Yeah. Look, I haven't played it, but it looks good, right?
Yep.
But I was saying, there is this weird trend of a lot of activists wanting to come into predominantly men, enjoyed either hobbies, spaces, and then wanting to... Check this out. Again, this looks friggin' sick.
Yeah. Kind of like a Final Fantasy bit too.
I know.
Those Japanese fellas, they really know how to do it, don't they?
That is wicked, right? Activists come in and then either want to change it or kick out the men who enjoy it and want to stop men enjoying it, or like any number of one of those. Right?
I think it's because men are a good metric. If men are in a particular thing, it's a generally good metric that thing is good or profitable or anything like that, and so they want to destroy it.
Seemingly, or gain control over it, or shame, or any number of things.
Yeah.
And so all these people trying to attack Stellar Blade as misogynistic and everything, it is hilarious, like I said, seeing their reactions. Some having to grudgingly admit, it's like, they've played it, they tried the demo, it's like, okay, it's good, but it's still sexist, right? But it's good gameplay, but it's sexist.
Oh, are you sexist now?
Yeah.
Yes.
But then the other side is trying to say, if this one's bad, but we, like you should do it more like Bayonetta or Nier Automata. Automata?
Nah.
Do you know that one?
It's spelled automata, but...
Automata, right? And so they've been trying to say that, no, we liked Nier Automata and Bayonetta, right? And so... Kukuruyo says on Twitter, if you make a search for sexism and Nier Automata, you can see in real time the process of the narrative switch. Articles and threads from the era it released are full of, this is sexist, this is gross. And we take a look. Why do people say Automata is sexualized? Because it isn't. Condemning the over-sexualizations of Nier's girls. What do feminists think about Nier Automata? You know the response to any question about what do feminists think?
No one cares.
No one cares. That should be the response, right? Was anyone else dismayed by the levels of fan service, right? And then, is 2B from Nier Automata overly sexualized? Don't let men control me? Gender and sexuality in Nier? What's with the sexism? Is there a reason why 2B is so exposed in Nier Automata? Is 2B from Nier Automata overly sexualized? So they went after Nier because it has a sexy woman in it, just like they're going after Stellar Blade. But now they're trying to backtrack and they're trying to rewrite history. It's like, oh, we didn't do it. As Mark Kern says, gaming journos love to lie and revise history. They panned Nier Automata for sexism until gamers propelled it to the top of the charts. Then they changed their tune to hop on the bandwagon. They will do the same with Stellar Blade. Pin this tweet.
Yep.
And so as Stellar Blade, like, pre-orders have already shot to the top.
It's not the only thing that's gone up.
It's their Streisand affecting it.
Yep.
All the drama about, oh, it's so sexist, right? And they're wanting to try and shame people into not getting it is just signal boosting it, and it's getting more attention. We're covering it because of all the unhinged kind of rigging that's going on about this. You had a thought?
Oh, I'm just thinking, there's the old saying that, pick your enemies because they'll generally control who you turn out to be, like whether you go for them or against them. Like, they've picked all gamers as their enemies.
Yeah.
And now the gamers are kind of dictating where they go,
And gamers are just voting with their wallets, and they're losing their minds because they can't control that. It's like these games are going to fail if they pander to this ideology, okay? And it's crazy because so many Western games are like it. And then all Stellar Blade did was make the main character a sexy woman. Like, that's not a genius move. That's just like a game that was made in the late the 90s or early 2000s. But now that they decided to just do that because gaming has been warped and corrupted so much that now this stands out as something remarkably different when it's actually not. But it's one of the few games that are actually saying, hey, You like sexy women? Here's a sexy woman.
Yeah, because if it was a big buff dude, like God of War, for example, they would say, in fact, they encourage it.
They encourage it. Like, they will strip Thor naked and objectify him, eat popcorn, watching while he is sexually assaulted, essentially, and put on display, and that's fine.
What was the line that he said?
You flicks too hard.
Yeah.
But
all
then,
the women did too.
But the women were like, should we do something? No. Let's just... And they're eating popcorn.
No, I mean, the female audience flicked hard after that.
That is a bit inappropriate, Oz.
I mean, they rewinded it.
No, just quit while you're ahead.
My point is... due to Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade goes back. No, but you're right that they objectify men because it's perfectly okay to do it to men. That's why there are so many points of evidence that this ultra extremist feminist movement is not. They're not after equal treatment, equality. They want to oppress and be just as sexist to the opposite side that they think was done to them, which shows it's about revenge. Yeah. That's all this comes down to.
Ultimately, they get in with, we need equality, we need to lower the basically they want to lower the standards so they can get in, and then they change the standards so they can have all the power.
Bounding into comics, IGN France scrambles to backpedal after writing off Stellar Blade protagonist Eve as a doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman.
Doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman.
That's what IGN France said.
Okay, je sais quoi. What's a woman again? What do you guys call a woman?
What do they call a woman? But also, not only is the creator, I believe, married, right? The character is literally modeled from a woman. It's like a doll sexualized someone has never seen a woman saying, you've never seen her. This is such an unrealistic woman that the person made it must have never even seen it, right? That's how much. And here is the woman.
Wow.
This is the model that it's based off of. And it's like, hang on. She looks like a real woman, Oz. You're getting distracted, Oz. Oz, are you there? Oz.
Welcome to Night's Watch. Today we're covering an issue with someone's Stellar Blade.
Something Stellar Blade?
There's a blade.
She's not a real woman, though. And a character based off of that. Like, this is how insane the world has gone. They are so against feminine beauty that they will try and now deny it doesn't even exist in the real world. Are we gone that insane? Unfortunately, certain parts of society, yes, they have gone that insane.
This is why in, like yin-yang order chaos, why the feminine stuff is chaotic because it's self-destructive. It's destroying its own femininity. It's like, I love stuff like this happening. But
the thing is though, it's the ultra-activist feminists, right? And that includes the simpering male feminists as well that are all on board. Because I'm feeling that, like... I don't know if the IGN article that says, it looks like someone who's never saw it was a guy or a girl, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was a male feminist that did it. For science, I'm married, but I think you might want to just...
I'm just looking at what she's doing, not saying. I don't care what she's saying.
But,
look at how she handles grapes.
Yes. And look... It's for, I think some of our audience wants to do some research just to confirm if this is a real woman.
And so in the game, we get to see her handle a sword?
Well, the character based off of her, yes.
We see this creature handle a sword?
This woman. And the audience, again, we're just letting this play out for you to let you determine for yourself if it's a real woman or not.
If this was an anime, I'd have a nosebleed, but since it's real life, all the blood's gone somewhere else.
Why are you waving back?
I don't want it to go there.
Korea, Japan, they're gonna save civilization.
Ni hao. Wait, is that China? I don't know.
I don't know.
All I can say to you, Japanese Korean lady, is Aishitaru.
What is that? What did you say?
Japanese for I love you.
Oh, there we go. So we are in a crazy, crazy world right now where they will just even attack female beauty and say, even when it exists in the real world, it's like, you've never even seen a woman if you think that's what real women would look like. And it's
Yeah. You know what? I bet the French IGN was like, have they seen a real woman? Where's her moustache? Because they're French.
Oh my gosh, it is a wild, wild world. So this was one of the responses to the IGN article. So here's the IGN. It's not new, and other games have chosen to highlight the strengths of their female characters, but where a Bayonetta stands out with an iconic character design, and by the way, these are the people that trash Bayonetta for being horribly sexist, okay?
Yeah.
Or a 2B from Nier Automata inspires an entire generation of cosplayers. We just saw the articles of them trashing Nier for being horribly sexist. They say, when it comes to like Bayonetta and 2B from Nier, Eve from Stellar Blade is just bland. It's like, hang on, just bland? It's like, there were some creative outfits in that game.
That's the thing, right? There's one thing that I might be able to give them a little bit of thing on, and I could also pull back a bit, right? The costumes. The costumes are a bit sexualized. I think we should just remove them altogether.
You think that their costumes are just too, just take them off. Remove them. Yep. Out of the game entirely.
That way we'll see if they're what's the word? When it's like imposing something. We might see if it's superimposing something. Maybe they don't look like that underneath the costume.
You just want to find out. For science.
For science. Neil deGrasse Tyson quote.
I love science. And so it says, Stellar Blade is just bland, a doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman. It's like...
I've seen plenty of...
This is desperate cope to just try and attack, a game because they don't like the fact that men like sexy women.
I think they don't like the fact that men like things.
It seems like that, and there's the real woman. Okay? And Daddy Warpig on Twitter says, never saw a woman. They literally scanned the character from a real woman's body. You pico brain tweet. What I'm saying is that the director had to physically, was required to, see at least one woman, and it was the exact woman in the game. This writer isn't even a real human being. They're an organic bad take generator.
To be fair, most of the women that these IGN people know, last year they identified as men. So
it is quite possible. Are they just drawing from their own lived experience here, and they have never seen a woman like that?
Yeah.
We are living in just a crazy, crazy world at the moment where there is a legitimate attack against feminine beauty. And then the lying and the gaslighting is next level, where they'll just say, 2B from Nier and Bayonetta, those were iconic character designs that inspired cosplayers across the world. They really think no one's going to cosplay as this Stellar Blade character?
So, the Automata, it's 2B or not 2B?
I think it is 2B. It is 2B.
Okay.
It is 2B.
I was doing that.
I know you were.
Okay, I thought
thanks
it was
for thanks for explaining that.
So
to me.
it's a Shakespeare play about a man who has a skull, I think.
So what do you guys think about Stellar Blade? But let us know in the comments. And I guess my final take was, again, this is just continually exposing the ultra woke, the activists, for being unbelievable hypocrites, and their hypocrisy. Like they actually have something against feminine beauty.
They wouldn't use that word though. They use double standards because they don't like any hips in their anything, really, do they?
Hips?
Hypocrisy, hips.
Yeah, okay.
But no,
not your best one, but
I know. I'm a bit distracted. But I want to get to the bottom of the story, so I will research this story.
Yeah.
As well as the Bayonetta stuff. As well as the Automata stuff, as well as a bunch of stuff that I probably can't even mention here on YouTube. For science.
So, thanks for watching, and as always, stay on watch.